Yeah. Welcome to West Coast We Active podcast, number one independent podcast in the world. I need you to go to WestCoastWeActive.com, number one independent website in the world. Why, you ask? Because it's me, Big Silencer, DJ Heavenly, Jaron Draws, and the whole family. Tune in, stay active, don't miss out, get some merch, freshen up. Summertime's coming. We need to stay busy. Much love to y'all. Hit the subscribe button, like, share, do all that good stuff, and get at me. Yeah. We got Stockton's very own, the legendary Ren the HeatMonsta, the Doja Click, creator of the Chicken Hill Project. So many great songs coming out. The Mud Villain. Man, what ain't you done, G?
Man, long resume, man. Shit. Been here for 26 moons. Shit.
26 years in the game. There you go, from the man himself. I appreciate you for coming on the show today. Welcome to West Coast We Active podcast. We are a platform for all independent artists and anybody in the game that got anything going on. We're ready to put it out there to the world. For my end and for your end that don't know, can you let them know where you come from and where you started off in the game?
Yes, sir. Shit. I started off in 1991 doing music, and then we were a different name back then. We were called Triple X G's. So we changed the name to Doja Click because I don't know, people thought we was gangbanging and shit, and we don't really gangbang. We smoke. So I changed the name to Doja Click, and I figured everyone that smokes will come to us with that name. So it ended up working and everything. Everything we ended up becoming legends after all these years. Put it like that.
Yeah, man. So, how was your childhood growing up? I mean, before the music, how did you get into hip hop, and how did you find it? Where did it come from? Who got you into the music?
Well, shoot, my brother's been in the music my whole life, so I was born in it. My mom and dad used to do drum and bugle corps, and they used to travel. And my brother was in that, but then he ended up doing. He was in a group called Ninth Creation, a funk group that kind of like did pretty good numbers back in the day. He did shows in Tokyo, Japan, Philippines, all over the world, and being around that, watching them do rehearsals and all that stuff, and then 1984 creeped on me. I was 10 years old. Run DMC comes out. That's what did it right there. Crush Groove, Beat Street. I grew up off New York rap like every other West Coast artist that's my age. So you know what I mean. So that's where we got it from, and that's what started me off. Run DMC was my first group that I clinged to, and I was like, man, they're hard because they had them hard times. You know what I mean? All dope ass beats, and I was like, man, that's the stuff that I was liking until Ice T came around with the gangster shit.
And that's crazy because you got a lot of storytelling and a lot of aggression, a lot of versatility in your rhyme schemes. Like I noticed, and each of your songs are different. Nothing's the same, but your
Yeah,
style is the same. And a lot of people have copied your style. I feel in this game, man. Like I mean, a lot of people probably won't say it, but you got a real unique voice. You stand out on each track. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to like Northern Cali rap, I think of you, G. You know what I mean? Like you are the voice of Northern Cali. You are one of the backers of the spot up there. You know what I mean? And the West Coast. You know, so I salute you, my G. Let's get into it. What you got working on right now? I mean, what's coming out of with you out of your studio and all that?
well, I'm working on a little another solo album called Retaliation, and I'm gonna produce the whole thing like the last one. The last one did pretty good. Got a little iTunes plaque out of it. And what else we got? We got the Chicken Hill Comp 2, which got everybody on it. Just E40, Too Short, Dub C, Mozzie, Brother Lynch Hung, X-Ray, all kinds of people. You know what I mean? So the first one was a big hit. So this one is definitely you guys are gonna love it. Trust me.
Damn, so that's like a repeat of the first one because the first one had tons of people on it. You know what I mean? Can you get into it? Like, how did you get into meeting all these people, and how did the Chicken Hill Project come into works?
Chicken Hill, Chicken is my homie from Jackson Rancheria. That's where he's based out of, and he loved the Doja Click so much, and he loves rap so much that when we came around him, my boys Hallway Productions brought me out there. He was like, bring the Doja Click out of here. He didn't believe that they knew me, so he's like, prove it, bring them out here. So we went out there. Next thing you know, he wanted to do some music. Or first he didn't want to really do the music. He wanted to help me out. He was like, here, let's do what we can do for you. That's when we dropped the Mudville King. I had Too Short on there. I had E40 on there, Turf Talk, and who else? Dub C, and we dropped that album, and that was a big deal right there. And then we was like, why don't you put out a comp? We just talked them into it, and next thing you know, I'm out here with my connections that I had already in the rap game, just pulling everyone in, calling everybody, we need to get you on this comp. And next thing you know, we had the slappy comp, and then, whew, man, that shit was slappy.
Yeah, man, you got so many fans and so many people that were tuning in and hitting me up about this. Like, you interviewing Ren the HeatMonsta? Like,
Yeah.
I got people from up in Northern Cali, man, that were interested. So I got a homie that actually was raised in Lodi, and he was like, man, they were pushing out tapes out here, like tons of tapes.
Oh yeah.
Can you elaborate on the days of the tapes?
Yeah, we come right after the Too Short era when he was pushing out tapes. So that was like something that was like you get from your Bay Area uncle. You know what I mean? We seen how he did it. The next thing you know, not even 5, 6 years after Too Short, we go do it. We go push tapes. And, we was in high schools. We was doing everything. Back then, we didn't have the social media. It was a little different. The fans that had to hit us, they had to send us real fan mail back then. Then it turned to emails, then it turned to MySpace, then it turned to Facebook and all that. But we used to get fan mail, and when we were getting fan mail around the world, so that was a trip right there in itself because we put ads in like lowrider magazines, and they were ordering straight from the ad.
Digby from Vegas to us.
I got motherfuckers calling in right now. G, hold that real quick.
Let them call in.
Yo, B, can you hear me? Yo, you're on the air. And people be hanging up and shit. It's like a prison. So I'm sorry to interrupt your story, my dog.
But yeah, what was I at? Shit, what was I saying? I got distracted.
Talking about the tapes.
Oh yeah, and next thing you know, we're pushing tapes, and it just blew up out of nowhere because
Digby from Vegas to us.
A homie out of Vegas, man. Hold on real quick. Yo, can you hear me?
1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Yo, B.
What's up? So I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, my bad, dog. It's like getting through a prison cell in this bitch. I don't know what's going down. But you on the air with Ren the HeatMonsta and Big Silence at WestCoastWeActive.com. What's going down, church?
What's up, both y'all, church? No, I figured I'd tap in while you was just bringing me up. You know, I did that interview just a couple days ago, and I talked about Ren and, you know, what an influence they were to Stockton, Lodi, you know, all these places I'm from. And like I said, back then, when they had just dropped Speed Kills, they was just the next town over, you know? And I was a young kid then, and I was a fan of Lynch, and X had just got locked up. And, you know, I was always trying to meet him. And then I found out one day, we didn't have the internet and shit, so it wasn't easy to figure out. But then I found out one day that In Doja Records mailing address was in Lodi, man. And I spent all these years trying to, you know, link up with the partner. And, you know, now we're doing what we're doing 25, 30 years later, you feel me? And still hustling and still making music and influence the people, man. I just wanted to call in and say what's up.
for sure. Appreciate it.
Hey, that's what's up, man.
For sure.
Hey,
Should
thank
we-
you for
Man,
calling in,
just keep
baby. We
doing it.
appreciate you, G.
Hey, we did a
Doing what you're doing, man.
we did a show in Lodi at
Go ahead.
Lodi High one day. We got ran out of there because they wouldn't let me wear my
Man,
hat.
back when you did that show, bro, I was probably 13 years old, 12, 13 years old.
It was a big deal
So,
too. 'Cause
I was still,
What I want to know is how in the fuck do you stay looking so young, Ren?
Young Ren.
That's crazy, G. Like, what the fuck? I feel like I look older than you, dog. I've been through hell and back. My ass got dragged through the mud. You're as the mud villain looking better than me.
Hey, when I came out with Speed Kills, I looked like I was like 15, 16. My voice was even sounding like a kid. So it was just people were just like, Young Ren, Young Ren. They even call me that now. And I'm like, I took the young out of the long like 10 years ago. It's Ren the HeatMonsta. But I'd put my production name with my rap name. Because
Anybody ever call you Kylo Ren
not re
from Star Wars?
no, my son maybe, I guess, because he watched it and he was like, he got your name. That's about it.
My lady, my wife's like, man, I wonder if anyone ever called him Kylo Ren.
No, but for Halloween, I was gonna be that.
Yeah, that's dope. You're gonna have to drop a record like that, Kylo Ren, fucking Star Wars. You know what I mean?
You never know. That's a big franchise. It might hit me up.
Galaxy battles. Nah, I appreciate you calling in, Big B.
Yeah, I'm right here, man. I'm tuning in. I'm watching, man. Just keep doing what y'all doing.
All right, much love, my dog. That's crazy. Yeah, man. So what I want to get back into that, like the homie said, he's taking it back to like the X-rated days and shit like that. And I know you work with Brother Lynch himself. How did you get involved with the sickness like that, the season of the sick and all them? Like you come from those days. Were you around when they were recording all those projects?
No, but it's crazy how we ended up connecting because we're both in the same. I do, like you said, I'm versatile. I do horrorcore rap. I do street rap. I do whatever kind of rap is out there. I can do it because I don't know. I was raised on different styles of rap growing up, from Pac West Coast to Rakim on the East Coast, KRS-One and all that. Nas, I know all of that. I've liked every era of rap. It's not, and people be like, "Oh, you're old. You don't like the new shit that's out right now." I'm like, nah, it's not that. I've been in every era and liked it all, except for the shit that they're talking about now. Don't teach me nothing. That's the problem. We used to get laced up by our OG rappers back in the day. You learn stuff from them, but now I ain't learning nothing. They ain't saying nothing but money. I mean, we had those songs too, money, bitches, hoes, all that shit, but that's all they got. So, but yeah, I'm a seasoned vet, but I'm an old ass youngster, like E40 says.
You know what I mean? We're trying to get 40 water on here, man. How the fuck? How did you meet E40?
Just being in, he knew who I was already, just like all the rest of them. It's just that I'm a seasoned vet, and when we did the Chicken Hill, you know what I mean? I know his manager already. I know people around him, and he was like, "Oh, Doja Click, that's Ren, that's the homie." You know what I mean? So same thing with Dub C. I didn't even know Dub C, and he wanted to get on my Mudville King album. My boy from Hallway Production called me up and said, "Check this out. Dub C hit me, talk about what's up with the Doja Click." I said, "What?" Because I'm a big Dub C fan, but that wasn't somebody when I was dropping my album. I wasn't thinking, "Oh, I gotta call Dub C and get him on here." It's better the way that he got on my album because that's a better way of me like, damn, he wanted to get on my shit. So that's how you really want it, and that's I guess same thing with Lynch. I met Lynch at Chicken Hill when we put him on the comp. We ended up being best friends now. How we did it as I play Madden and he plays Madden, and I basically told him, "I'll whoop you on Madden." Then he's like,
Right.
"Duty up," and next thing you know, I'm online with Sibo, him.
Damn.
AWACS even jumped in a couple of our games. And then that's how we got more close. You know what I mean? He's like, "Man, you a cool motherfucker, Ren." And when you a real motherfucker, people they stay around. Solid people. You hang with solid people, you're gonna be the other solid person, and they're gonna stay around. They're gonna become your friends, and that's just how it is in the game. Like a lot of these cats I do songs with, they're my friends. It's not just we do songs and I never hear from them again, or they just got, some people just buy verses and they never even meet the artist. It's different. You know what I mean? We're all homies. Anyone you see me with, like Mac Mall, that's my boy. Brother Lynch,
This is
my
my
guy.
opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mac Mall. Shout out to the legendary Mac Mall. Shout out to all your homies, dog. Like that's why I mean, like you said, like I gravitated towards you because I see you as a conscious person. You know, you're always open minded. You speak well online. You know what I mean? You're approachable. You're approachable person. You're good to your fans. And I notice that shit because I'm an independent artist myself, and I try to do the same. I come a generation after you, but I don't come into the generation of square butts. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And I understand that these kids nowadays can't understand authenticity. You know what I mean? And that's what you are. You know what I mean? You're 100% real, dog. And a lot of people probably are scared of that, but your fan base loves you for that. And I'm one of them, dog. So, you know what I mean? Like, I appreciate you for always keeping it real. And that's what this show's about, dog, just giving people their flowers that deserve it and getting all their projects out there. You know what I mean? Because we got people right here online and you got people online that need to hear this. Like, the grit and the grind, like the homie said, he seen tapes and shit, dog. People ain't pushing tapes. They're online doing digital, not even making no money. You're still getting plaques in the mail. Like you said, it's a little plaque. That's a big plaque, dog. Apple sent you a plaque in the motherfucking mail for your work. You know what I mean? Like, I salute you for that shit, my G.
I'm still selling tapes now. We pushed a 1995 unreleased album. Basically, a fan to someone that does tapes. He hooked up with somebody. He was like, "Man, we want to just push this. I'll give you your pieces of copy. We'll keep ours, and we want to push it." And then I had someone from the UK push my records. They paid me up front. Next thing you know, we made a deal for so many numbered records. Sold them all out. So and then I was selling my first album on CDs along with the records, and I was pushing that $40 a pop, signed. Every 3 CDs was a lot.
Right.
120 for every 3 CDs. That's nothing. You just ship it in the mail. So, and I just noticed on online that they said that CDs and record sales are up again.
Right.
So
people want that vinyl. People want something to hold on to. People kind of miss it. I think they're like, "Fuck, I ain't got nothing from nobody. I got this damn thing on my phone, and my phone broke, fell right down, and I lost it."
Well, you don't own the songs when you have Spotify. You only stream it when you lose your account. You don't have it no more. You have to get back on. And look at Snoop. He took off all the Death Row shit. Now no one has it. Should have bought
NFTs.
I bought it a long time ago, so it's still on my computer. So I didn't lose out. That's why you purchased the song, so you can own it.
That's right.
Like when I drop, and another thing, when you drop an album, drop it and then put at least a month or 2 pre-orders on there. That's how you accumulate your first week's sales. And then you can tell your fans, stream it after. I mean, buy it, own it, and if you have Spotify, just stream it. That way I can get the plays. Because after you buy it, like you have a CD, I won't get the plays after that. But it's still, you get paid more. You get more money off physical sales because the streams only pay you so much. A million views ain't really, a million streams ain't really much. It seems like it, but you probably got, I counted it up since I sold 100,000 CDs independent in the 90s. That's probably like 400 or 500 million streams.
Right.
It's just like, okay, I guess I had the streams back then.
Damn, but that was money in your pocket. At least you had the money, you know what I mean? People ain't seeing that money from those streams.
Man, hell no. I used to get like 10,000 checks on occasions, like a lot. Like boom, sometimes 40, sometimes 30, 10, 5, like racks. But now the independent game is a little thinner because it's more streams, but you get a little bit of the sales, but them sales, they're still bigger than the streams, and that just don't make no damn sense to me. It don't make period.
I hate stream money, dog. I be seeing all these numbers and I ain't seeing no money from it. I'm like, what the fuck? That's why my girl, I be getting in arguments, dog, with her about DJs. My girl's a DJ, right? I'm like, these DJs be playing the shit out of these songs, and they ain't calling the artists to come perform. You know what I mean? They're just playing these songs and they're the ones getting paid. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so we got to figure out a way. I guess you got it on lock with the physical shits back in the game.
Yeah, go physical with it and make your fans want to buy the physical. Tell them own the product. I like get it signed, have it in your house. I have fans that bought it and framed all my shit just because I signed it. And that's all that's gonna do is when someone comes in, who's that if they don't know?
And that's where the NFT game comes. Even like you could triple that with the NFT because you're already giving it away for a low price. And when you got the NFT and shit like that, you could be like, all right, you bought the NFT and now you get this stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's how it bounces off of that. So you get double, it's like triple, dog. So I think you should jump on that NFT game, Rand.
I'm coming in. I'm peeping it and I'm seeing it from every angle. I studied it already. I know how much you got to put in to get your shit going, and you have to download this and that. I've read on it, YouTubed it, Googled it, have people telling me. So, and I'm waiting for the metaverse too. I'm just watching because I want to see what you know what I mean. Because I'm a watcher first. I don't want to jump into something and then not know. And then I've made the mistakes doing music before, and from the '90s. You know what I mean. There's always a mistake you make. You just don't make it twice. I've done all the mistakes you can do as an independent artist.
Could you talk about some of those mistakes so like some of us won't ever make them again? What was one of your biggest mistakes as an independent artist coming up as a youngster?
Um, Having like managers and shit like that when you don't need them.
Mm.
You don't need a manager till you can't manage it. You don't need an accountant until you can't count it. You don't need all these lawyers. I got a music lawyer. All you're doing is wasting money because you don't have a big enough contract to dissect anyway. So there's all that. And when the problems come, then that's a good problem. Then you need an accountant because you can't count all of it. You gotta. That's when you need it. But you don't have to look big shot to do all that shit. I've noticed a lot of artists they like, you gotta talk to my manager. He ain't even sold 1,000 CDs. Like, I gotta talk to your manager. What are we doing here? Like, you know, it's like just certain things like that where you order too much. Back in the day, we used to order CDs and you didn't know how much you were gonna sell at first, and you just, like maybe my third album we ordered like maybe 4,000 too much, and it sat around for like maybe a couple years, you know what I mean? And then just little small things like that, like doing shows with the wrong people, recording songs with the wrong people, and then they end up being rats or something like that. You just gotta be careful in the game. That's all. There's a lot of business. The music stuff you don't make too much mistakes in because that's the easy part. Everyone can rap. There's a lot of good rappers out there. There's a million of them. It's just that what's gonna make you different? How you gonna stick out from all these millions of rappers? Because everyone's doing the same thing. You should do something different then. Just mistakes like that. Now, like when you make an album cover, I've learned that your album cover should stick out. That way, when people are looking, I guess online now, not on Tower Records, but when they're looking, if your sticks out, they want to go and listen to it. Like, I wonder what this sounds like. There's just a lot of different things that I switched up throughout the years that were, I don't know. I wouldn't say some mistakes are just a learning experience, should I say? You learn and then you switch up and then you grow. Each album you reinvent yourself. Because if you come with the same kind of topics, the same thing, that's when you phase yourself out. I've seen rappers come and go in these 26 years I've been rapping. I've seen them come and go where they're working retail right now somewhere. And you still rapping? Like they're tripping that I'm still here. Like, damn, that could have been them, but they just didn't do it the right way. Some people never even listened to me when I gave them advice. So just things like that.
Damn, man, that's real CEO talk right there, bro. Like fucking you got to keep pushing in this game. You can't be around shiesty people, man, because they'll tear down your ego. You know what I mean? And ego's important for an artist. That's what we're about.
Wait,
Most of your
let me say one more thing. Other thing that I learned about is who you bring around you, because my circle really got smaller after a while. Bring people that come around, they only come around because they see me with millionaires. Oh, I want to get around. Then they want to get your connects, or and then when you close that door on them, they disappear all of a sudden. They ain't trying to kick it no more. I'm like, oh shit. So I guess you was just here for that, or they see you, they want to hang around you because they see who you're around. It's a lot of that I've seen in this rap game where I just had to cut people off, or now I see it ahead of time. I basically know not to fuck with them. So you know what I mean? Because I've been through it. So that's like I say, you learn. There's people that hit me up all the time in DMs trying to just come into my world and try to be around, and I don't really know you. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna go through this shit again. Like, you know what I mean? So
beaches, man. That's what I'm saying. My girl was just speaking on that shit. I swear to God, dog, the Players Ball just happened in San Diego. My phone was blowing off the motherfucking hook. You know what I mean? Everybody needed me for this. Everyone needed me for that. And when I get in and then now that shit's over, ain't nobody calling a motherfucker for shit. You know what I mean? They're all doing their own thing, showing up at these events, doing big ass shit like on the side, like call a brother up. You know what I mean? I'm here still.
And that's how I network now, because I know a lot of people in the game and I don't hit them up for nothing. When I met Lynch, we didn't talk about music for like 2 years probably. It was all Call of Duty, Madden, just being friends, because I didn't want him to be like, oh, this dude's trying to be my friend just to get me on his album, or he wants to push his beats on me. Or nah, I'll come around people, and if they need my assistance, then I'm there. I don't push nothing on none of these big artists that I'm around. I have friends that come out here I got friends that are Floyd Mayweather's cameramen. I don't hit him up, be like, hey man, get me around Floyd. You got to. Or I know people that hang around all the major people because where I'm at, I've been around everybody. So when like the Mount Westmore comes out, I could call like 5, 6 people just to get backstage. But I'm not gonna be like that. You know what I mean? If they invite me, then I come. That's how it is. Because
Low key, that'd be a sick ass plug though, just to go to the fucking Mount Westmore show and shit. Just because you are ran the HeatMonsta, I would be up in that bitch like you, dog. If I was you, I'd just be showing
yeah,
everyone how I run the game.
yeah, I'll go invited, but I'm not gonna sit there and bother people about it. Like, hey man, you got to get me in. Like, I'm not pushy like that. And people respect you more when you're like that. And then next thing you know, you're like, man, come through, man. Shit, I'm coming to Vegas, and that's another good thing living out here. Being in Stockton, all these artists don't come to Stockton like that. So, being out here, I see everybody more. So, it's helping me network a lot more. I've already done like these 2 years I've been out here. I've done some pretty good networking, and COVID was one of the years and it was kind of harder. But now that it's been open, I've been wiggling a lot more. So we're gonna see.
A lot of motherfuckers be living in Vegas. Gee, I know fucking the Chill lives in Vegas. I know Spice One's in Vegas. Shit, a lot of people. Gee, I could connect you and then with a couple people, man. If you just want to go get on some tracks with Spice, he's always looking for some studio time and shit.
Oh, gee, man, I know. The Chill's out here. I went to Tasha's birthday party, and I think the Chill was there. I met some people that.
Yeah, shout out to Mike Storm. I know he helped put the. I'm gonna have him on here pretty soon. He helped put together Chill Studio out there in Vegas. Actually, he stays out here in Apple Valley and shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna eventually connect with the Chill because I'll be at these little events. But I just like I said, I'm not gonna walk.
What happened? You broke up real quick. Oh damn! I lost volume on you, G.
Can you hear me now?
I got you. I got you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting these dumbass spam calls. I don't know what's going on. My phone's been doing some punk ass shit lately where I'm getting like 20 people FaceTiming me at once, but it's a spam. I don't know what you answer it. I ain't answered it. But they
I'll
keep
never answer a spam call. Gee, I don't know who the fuck's calling my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you guys, if this is for everyone tuning in, this is Ren the HeatMonsta out of Stockton, California, legendary Northern Cali artist. He's worked with many greats in the game. As I should say, the greats have worked with the greats because he is a beast himself on the microphone, very versatile lyricist. He's got a dark side, he's got a bright side, he's got a funny side to him. I like that he's a mix of gumbo pop artist, you know what I mean? I was going to ask you a question. Do you produce your own music videos? Do you have backing behind each video?
I use different people that do videos. I try to tap in with everybody that's got dope video. If you got a dope video, I might just hit your DMs like, "Hey man, I like what you did with this artist." But it depends how the treatment is and how good they are. I like doing cartoon videos now. I've been doing cartoon videos. Those are tight to me.
Yeah, I seen you got that Funko Pop doll and shit. How'd you get that shit running? How do you get your own action figures, G?
Ah shit. I was online and I seen someone have one, and I was like, man, who made that? Same how you just asked me, and then they pointed me to this dude. Pop. I think it's on my Instagram. I forgot his name. Pop something, and he basically custom the whole thing for me. Like, I just sent him a picture, and he found a baseball bat, and he just hooked it up. I was like, man, that's real deal Holyfield.
No, man, that's legendary. I thought you were like plugged in with somebody that can make it for everyone, and you just be like selling them off. You should, dog. You should start. Since you got that plug right there, you need to tell them, man. I know a lot of people. We could do like a whole segment of artists. Should make one for the Bishop or something. Like shit.
They have them in Hollywood, the actual pop store out there.
They do?
Custom yourself, and it's like $20 over there. I pay like $250 for mine, but you can do from the real pops. That's why I was gonna drive out there one weekend and go see the Tupac exhibit and get another custom and sell it online or some shit, or make 4 or 5 of them and give them to the fans or the raffle, something, I don't know. But I was like, man, you can make them out there, but the box ain't like the real ones that you get. You could tell it's made from them custom, but you could have that dude make the box for you and just have the real pop in there of yourself. Cause he make the box for me too, and he made that shit 100% authentic. Actually, hold on.
yeah, man. Renting the motherfucking HeatMonsta on the live with the Popo. Damn, look at that pop funk right there, babe. That shit's real legit right there. That's still in the box.
Oh yeah, he comes out the box too. It's real. I mean, he's off. He has his little sign right here. What it says. What's his name? It just says custom, but it's pop something. Pop a pop something. He even got the back.
Man, that's just legit, dog. I want one for first. I want one my damn self. When you come out here, G, I want to rent the HeatMonsta from my shelf. I got a whole collection of Pimp comes and put that right there on the shelf.
Yeah,
That's
this motherfucker raw. He did a Picasso or Pop a lot. It's something with Picasso, Pop Casso or some shit like that. That's what his name is.
now it's got the mask on it. Do you rock a mask when you go on stage or something like that?
No, this was just the album cover, and this was way before the pandemic. I did this, the back of it. I did this cover for Mudvillain before
Right.
we these other. I did that like in 2015 or 16, and I ended up doing other projects and pushed that to the side because we did the Chicken Hill and all that. But when I finally got to do it, that's when I made that pop, and then that's why I was like, oh, it's time to market everything around that cover. So it all worked out because everyone's seen that cover promoted for like 5-6 years, but there was no music to it. I had a whole different set of beats for that, and I changed it all up out of nowhere and made that album within 3 weeks.
Man, let's get into that. So do you produce all your own music or do you go through other producers? I seen you making some beats on your Instagram the other day. Slapping ass beat. I don't know if you still got it up. You said you were gonna delete it.
Oh,
Don't
that was this morning.
don't blame you if you do because that shit's a knocker. I don't want no one stealing your shit. But
my very first album, the Dungeon album, I produced all of that. The second album, I produced all of that. Speed Kills, I had 3 producers come in, but I produced like 75% of that. Les G from the Bay, he produced a couple of songs on that one, and then last 10 years I've been messing with Ice Cube's in-house producers, Hallway Productions, and they've been they made a majority of the Chicken Hill comp too. Let me see, they produced the album with me and Lynch. They did some songs on there too, and I put some songs on there. So I use them and blend my songs with theirs, and you know what I mean. But the last 3 projects I've done, I produced all of it.
Cause you make that real mob sound. How do you get that bass line like that? Like what do you where do you how do you get into that?
I don't know. It's just it's in me. It's I call it the Doja sound, because some of the beats I do make is more it's like my own sound. It's that Doja. I call it that Doja shit, and only I can make that sound. So when you get a Doja Click album, you get something that's my style. That's what makes you different. That's why I got a cult following, because I have my own style, but I could do other styles too. But having my style, when I do another style, I still throw my style on it. Where I keep it Doja, and that's what people like. I'm not gonna, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm not trying to sound like I can make trap beats. I got a few of them in there because they're so easy to make. But I still end up making that Doja shit because it's just that's what it is. It's mob mixed with. You know what my style is? My style is it's Central Valley, Bay Area, and LA. Because if you listen to some of my shit, I got some of that LA West Coast bang shit too. And if you listen closely, I got some of that Bay Area hyphy type shit with the Too Short mob beats. And then you mix that up with our sound, that's the Central Valley, and it's just a big W on there for the West. That's the West Coast Doja sound.
That's how I actually got into the Bay Area music. My family comes from Visalia, California, Central California. So I'd be going up and down, up and down, up and down. And a lot of the homies that I grew up around there be bumping Bay Area rap. And a lot of people on the Indian reservation out in San Diego be bumping Too Shorty, 40, all that shit. You know what I mean? Like all the way to the underground, everything deep, dog. You know what I mean? Like I've heard it all. Like I have no discrimination against any music, dog. You know what I mean? And like I said, you stand out, G. You make that motherfucking sound, dog. Do you ever plan on making like a kit, like for producers, like a certain sound, like a Doja Click producer pack?
I don't know, but I'm planning on producing a Doja Click produced album with other artists.
Yeah.
Do like some Dr. Dre shit.
Man, send one my motherfucking way. I'll destroy that shit, G.
Oh, good, man. Shit, we connected.
You know what I mean? I appreciate that shit. That's why I said, like, I don't be telling people, man, like you said, it's not good to approach people. Yo, I'm a rapper, dog. I want to be on your shit, dog. Like, that's a bad look. Not a good way to approach artists in the game that are high in level. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You approach them with respect. You show them who you are. You know what I mean? Like you said, you got to watch people. You know what I mean? I even call my homies on the res watchers, dog. They be watching people. They don't even chill with you sometimes. They be in the corner watching people. But
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, so I appreciate that from you for lacing up people, because I got a lot of youngsters, even my kids be watching my interviews, and they need to know, you know what I mean? Don't be just jumping into relationships, business, friendships, anything like that too quick.
yeah. Don't feed first. Just don't be like phew, you just jumped all the way in. Just look at it, peep the game, see what a person is about. See, you know what I mean? Because people change up. I don't care what relationship it is, business, girlfriends, whatever. People change up. The first 3 months with somebody is always good. The first year with somebody is always good. Then the next year, that motherfucker beating this girl up, or or this manager take his money. He's been taking money on the under or something. It's always something, man. So you just gotta check someone's history, see if they got a good reputation, because that's what it is. You gotta build relationships with people with good reputations and good business.
Stay true to it, man. All right, I'm gonna get into this real quick. I'm gonna show them off your website real quick. I'm gonna add it to the stream. Let me go over here real quick. This is the Doja store. If anyone is interested in stopping by and supporting the OG in the game, this is the Doja store, where you could purchase any merchandise. It's the Bonfire website, Heat Rock Records. Where'd you
Album
get
covers, all kinds.
where'd you get the name Heat Rock from?
Um, I don't know. Shit, probably when Dr. Dre dropped that fucking crying, I heard MC Ren said Heat Rocks or some shit, and I was like, oh shit, that's dope. Let me grab that and use it for a label. I'm
Man,
thinking
shout out to Heat Rock Records.
it's just a word that's been thrown out in the rap game, and I just snatched it up because I ain't heard nobody use it. I didn't make
Dope ass hoodie right there. That's him and Lynch chilling in the cut. Yeah, man, I love everything weed related, marijuana related. I am a cannabis entrepreneur. I have been in the game smoking before it was legalized, so I support everything Doja related. This is all, you could buy all kinds of cannabis stuff on this website, all dope shit. Keep it Doja, man. Unisex, woman and male. You know what I mean? He keeps it California with the Grizzly.
Oh
You got all
yeah,
kinds of dope. You got dope stuff in here, my G. I'm gonna support something when I get offline right here.
shit. I might be in Vegas, but I'm a Californian in Vegas.
Hey man, I feel like Vegas is California, dog. I can't. I don't consider Vegas its own state. Like everyone from California is in Vegas. I grew up in Vegas too. I spent like 5 years in Vegas.
Man, California line ain't even that far from my house.
I always tell my girl I get to Vegas in 3 hours.
Yep, and
Yes.
I might not live in Stockton no more because I used to always go to San Francisco, but now LA is my spot to go to the beach.
Hit me up when you're out here in LA, dog. We'll go grub some Italian or some bomb ass Mexican G me. We'll go double day. My girl's down as fuck to go to, dog. You know what I mean? I know you got a dope ass chick. You guys look like fun people, dog.
Oh yeah, shit. I'm gonna be out there this summer. Actually, I was telling her we should go in 2 or 3 weeks because I go to the beaches out there just soon as summer hits. Like I'm like, well, shit, we can't go to Frisco, and plus the beaches in LA are better than Frisco. Frisco beaches are cold still, even in the summer. That's Frisco. I don't know what it is about Frisco. When they get 80, 90 degrees, they complain. I'm like, oh, come on.
Spice One told me when he said, I don't even tell. Everyone's like, let's go to Oakland and chill like Spice One. I tell nobody go to Oakland.
Hell no, man. Unless you're going to Jack London Square. But other than that, the beaches out there, you might find 1 or 2, 3 beaches that are cool, and you got to catch it on a good hot day, and then everyone's fucking there. But in LA is so wide, the beach is so all the way to Newport or Pacific Coast Highway. Yeah, you can just pick your spot and just chill, and you could be away from people even out there.
Yeah, man. Well, on this station, we like to support the music. We like to play the people's music. You know, I ain't about monetizing and all that shit. I don't care about the money. I'm about the support and the love of the artist. I don't just get nobody on my show. You know what I mean? We do a street check around here. You know what I mean? This motherfucker's legit as they come. Doja Click, Northern California, Stockton, California. I got love from SoCal to the Bay. It's WestCoastWeActive.com. We're going to get into the first music video called Homies by Chicken Hill Project. My G, is it cool if we push play?
Man, press play on that motherfucker.
Let's get it.
Peep gang.
I got homies that done flip-flopped. I got homies on the bubble. I got homies that'll cause nothing but trouble. I got homies big ballin'. I got homies shot calling. I got homies in Hollywood fucking with the stars. And I got homies behind bars. I got homies that bang. I got homies that ain't scared to throw them things. I got homies that will shoot you. I got homies that been shot. I got homies that'll set you up with a fools can't fly. I got homies that grow weed. I got homies that got anything you need. I got homies that became enemies. I got homies that's loyal to the soil. I got homies that think they slick like some oil. Homies that's down when the situation spoils. I got homies that'll fuck you up when the blood temperature boils. I got homies in different states. I got homies I don't fuck with no more cause they too fake. Homies, 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 homies. I put it down for my homies. Homies, 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 homies. And this goes out to the homies. Homies, 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 homies. Better be cool with my homies. Homies, 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 homies. I got homies that walk around with me mug faces. I got homies that got suits just for court cases. I got homies real players. I got homies that swear. I got homies that get around in wheelchairs. I got homies that went crazy. I got homies with hella kids. I got homies that stay broke cause they lazy. I got homies that hate. I got homies that's fugazi and fuck around and fuck the homies lady. I got homies that's real shady. I got homies in college. I got homies that'll truly pay homage. I got homies that spit garbage. I got homies that spit dope. I got homies with big dreams and gold ropes. I got homies that stay woke. I got homies that don't give a fuck. I got homies that'll always try to get you for a buck. I got homies in small circles. I got homies high powered that'll fuck around and have your ass devoured. Homies, 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 homies. I put it down for my homies. Homies, 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 homies. And this goes out to the homies. Homies, 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 homies. Better be cool with my homies. Homies, 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 homies.
That's that big. I put it down for my homies. Man, who produced that one right there, my G? See what I mean? That's what I'm saying. You got that bass. That almost reminds me of the Beastie Boys, that one with the bass reversal. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I like doing little backward shits in a lot of my shits, if you ever notice. That's just, I don't know, because when I get high, that shit sounds tight to me. That's why it keeps the Doja.
Man, dog, you are, so do you look at yourself as a producer before a rapper?
Nah, I'm a rapper, but I look at it as I had to produce myself because I only know what I want the sound to sound like. And if someone makes something similar to that, then I'll probably get the beat because I do use other producers sometimes. And if I hear a beat, I'm also a rapper too that wants to rap on that beat. Like, man, I'm a rapper, so I want to rap on that. I didn't make it, but I want to rap on that. But as a producer, as an artist, I know I'm different. I make my album covers first, and then I study it, and then I look at it like, if I bought that, what would I want it to sound like? What would the first song be like? And that's when I make it out of my head. And I make beats all day, year round. But when it's project time, different shit comes out for that. It's like I know what I need next. I'll make this beat, and then the next beat, I'll like if the next song should sound like this, and then it'll just come out naturally. And if I could spit something freestyle to it right away, that's when I write to it. If it's something that I listen to and then I'm listening to it and I can't come up with it, I'll push it to the side. But anything that triggers me to write fast, to it, that means that there's a connection there, and that ends up being the one.
Damn.
That's why I don't get writer's block too much, because as soon as I hear a beat and if nothing's coming to me right away, I just don't mess with it because I'm not going to struggle with it. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna sit here and be like, what is it? Because that means obviously then it's not hitting. So, but there's always that one that boom. The next thing you know, I'm like this, like oh shit, or I'm in my phone now, and I'm like, I'm like oh shit, and then I come back to it. If I write the first 4 bars, I'm good because I could always come back to it. I just need that first flow, how I'm flowing. I need to know what I'm saying, and the topic is over. Just like I'm writing this book, and I'm like 4 chapters in, but I already have the whole book finished in my head. I already know what to write.
Damn.
Is you gotta visualize it. So in my head, the story is already there. The next chapter is like, oh, they're gonna go here and do this, and they're gonna go in a hotel and set up shop, and then go to a strip club, and and they're gonna meet a girl, and then she's gonna end up causing them to have problems. You know what I mean? It's just something you already know in there. All you have to do is just write it out. The story's there. So that's basically how I do my music. I think once the hook comes into my head and I write the first few lines, I can come back to it anytime. I might have something better for it tomorrow.
Damn.
I can do it all different ways, but when you're project mode, I do it that way. But if I'm at a studio, of course, I could write to whoever's beating, just put something down real quick. But I prefer to like craft out the albums and songs in a process.
That's one of the craziest processes I've ever heard. So you really, Matt, you really get that visual before you even lay out the concrete, man. That's what's up. Gee, a lot of people be making uneven concrete these days and getting puddles of water in their backyards and shit, dog. You be fucking, you're on point 100%. Gee, do you ever look into making, I asked you this already, but are you going to be making movies?
No, but I'm very interested, and I know if I think I could do it good, I'm gonna. Because writing this book is kind of like a movie, because I'm just not writing it as he said this, or like sigh, or I've seen movie scripts before, so I'm like, the way I'm writing it is in like a story, like paragraphs in the book way, and I'm not saying like hymns or whoever the person is with their name, but I know I could transform it once I study scripts and stuff, and I don't know. I'm thinking about if Q can do it, you know what I mean? Shit.
And you're working with Cube's people. I was about to say that Cube's people actually play your music around Dub C, and he's like, I gotta work with you, or is that just another situation?
I asked Dub C when we were writing together, because he had went to the car to start writing, and I went in there just to see what he got so far and all that shit. And he said he already knew who Doja Click was. Right. So that just, I was like, oh shit. Yeah, he's like, you know about Doja Click? And I was like, oh shit, for real? Like, damn, I wouldn't have thought. I know about Mad Circle, Low Profile. I used to slap all that. I slapped. See, I'm like a hip hop scholar in a way, because I know the East Coast shit, and then I know the LA shit before they came up. Before it got gangster, it was LA Dream Team. It was Egyptian Lover, Arabian Prince, and the music was more like house music, like. You know what I mean? I used to slap Egyptian Lover, Egypt, computer love, girls, LA Dream Team, ladies and gentlemen. That's my era. The dream team is in the, and then Ice-T comes with the 6 in the morning, changed the game. I was a King T fan. He had bass. That song came out. E40, I actually recognized that on the E40 album finally years later. I'm like, he sampled bass from King T.
Shout out to King T, man. I was actually talking to one of King T's boys the other day, DJ Master C. Man, fucking, that's legendary. What's the book about, G? Is it a life story book, or is it just like something fiction, or what direction are you taking this?
It's kind of like, I seen them do an interview on it recent too, but I was already ahead of it. You remember Cube's song, Summer Vacation?
Yeah.
Where they fly to St. Louis and, go out there and set up shop and bring up the dope game out there. It's kind of like that, but it's 3 dudes. I did the story a little different, like, one had to drive out there with the guns and all that shit, because Cube didn't put that in his song. You know what I mean? Like, how did everybody fly to St. Louis and they're strapped all of a sudden? So I'm trying to put more depth into it. I'm not having them in St. Louis neither. It's just like just a story about because back in the days, the Crips came to Stockton around when Colors came out and Gleason Park, Crips and shit. They all changed. Like the Crips came to the hood, and next thing you know, homies is Crips, and I'm like, okay. So that's similar story, something like that, because I've seen it happen. They came out here with it, so or in Stockton, they came to Stockton with it. And when Colors came out, we had the first, I guess, homicide from that movie because somebody got shot at one of the movie theaters out there on the first day it came out. And I was like, damn, this motherfuckers is cripping in blood, and that's when you couldn't even be friends with certain people and shit. People was asking where you from, and it was kind of crazy back then.
Well, what's the transition like? Coming from the 90s to the 2000s? Can you explain that to somebody?
The 90s is basically, it feels like it's the 90s of now, but magnified with the crime and shit. But I don't know, maybe it's just glorified because of the phones now. Back then, I think the same kind of shit was going on. It just there wasn't social media to show everybody. Like, I think, like the police brutality back then, there was no cameras. So I think they did it more than they do now. They're more cautious a little bit on doing it, but they're still getting caught, and we're seeing more of it now. But that Rodney King, when that happened, what about the people that reached for their wallet back then that didn't have no camera and they got killed over it, and the police was like, he reached. They probably could have did that every single time. They used to drop people off in the wrong hoods. They did all kinds of extra shit that when the cameras went around then that they probably ain't doing as much now. So I think it was kind of worse in the 90s when it comes to that kind of shit, because 90s set it off, because all these motherfuckers now with their badass kids is people that grew up in the 90s.
That's true, Doug. I don't know. What do you think about technology? You think technology is a good thing or a bad thing?
It's both. It's fucking beautiful. It's a good thing. Look at us right now. But in a bad way, it closed down a lot of things like tire records. It closed down the feeling of buying a CD in the store or taking it home or putting it in your car when you buy it, opening the package, reading the credits. It took away people that drive taxis. Now people Uber, you know what I mean? It's changed a lot of people's lives in that kind of way, where it took away businesses from people where shit shut down because of it. Like, look at how many bootleg CDs do you see anymore of movies?
Don't.
People go online now and just watch it.
Right.
I got like 4 or 5 links in my phone to watch new movies and clear as shit. Spider-Man's clear, Batman's clear as fuck. Don't know about the theaters are probably, people go just for the fucking feeling of it now, to eat popcorn and shit. Basically, we watched. My son went and watched Batman at the South Point over here around the corner from my house at the casino. He comes back. I was like, I had it on my phone the whole time.
You know what I mean? Why'd you waste money, dog?
Yeah, I was like, shit, we could have watched it on our screen.
That's why I tell the kids, just buy some popcorn and watch it on the TV. You know what I mean?
So like shit like that, technology is changing. You know what I mean? People used to have calculators in their house. Motherfuckers on your phone now. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different things that we use that is on our phone, and we don't have to do it no more. Measuring, you can measure shit on your phone. There's so much shit you don't need no more. It's fucking crazy. And who would have thought back in the days with like Star Wars and Star Trek, they had the big buttons and shit for the future. They were pressing the big buttons, and the screens weren't all. They didn't know. They didn't even think how much futuristic the shit could be.
Yeah, man.
There's a Whitney Houston hologram in Vegas, man.
What? Where's this?
At Harris. And that shit is fucking dope. I'm about to go watch it soon. I seen it.
Casino. Hey, fuck, I got a show out there June 10th with Spice One. Is it June 10th? Where'd your mom go? Fucking I got a show June 10th, Spice One, at the fucking the Sahara. I'm gonna be at the Sahara Amphitheater right there, but fuck, I'm gonna be staying at the Harris Casino. I'm bringing out my boys and shit, so we're gonna have a little suite out there, dog. I'm gonna come check out that damn Whitney Houston hologram.
Hell yeah, tap in. And that shit is dope. I watched some of it on YouTube just to get a little see. And that shit was like the Tupac one, but hers is a little more advanced because they got dancers and shit. And she disappears, she spins off and then changes the clothes and shit. I'm like, oh shit, that shit is tight.
Did they ever make a movie on Whitney yet?
Huh?
Did they ever make a movie on Whitney yet?
No, but she's in movies. I don't know. No, not yet. They did documentaries and shit.
Damn, that woman had a fucking crazy ass life. Rolling. She had a life like that one lady did, man. She had a hard ass life. Like she was like the new age Tina Turner.
Yeah, the hardcore life. Shit. She
I just
pressing it.
wanted to know the date because I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna link up with him.
June 10th is KRS-One at Garden Amphitheater.
Yeah, it's a KRS-One show out there at the Garden Amphitheater, I think. June 10th.
July 10th.
So July 10th is Spice One in Vegas, and then June 10th is KRS-One. My bad, I got that mixed up right there, G. Man, okay, for everyone tuning in, this is Ren the HeatMonsta out of Stockton, California. Just chopping it up about a couple projects, a little bit of life story, a little info on him. For anyone that wants to call in, the number is on the screen, 626-569-8299. 626-569-8299. Give a call in and give a shout out to Ren the HeatMonsta. We're gonna get into a jam right now. This song is called Trust Issues by Ren the HeatMonsta. Is this produced by you as well?
Yeah, off the Brother Lynch Hung Ren album, Premeditated. This is my solo song on there.
Yes. He got a solo song on a fucking collab album. That's how you know you dope. That's like Busy Bone on the Bone Thugs record, getting that on the Resurrection album, the only one with the solo record. All right, I'm gonna jump into this track real quick, players.
Everyday criminals, always me mugging, joking at a minimal. Ain't nothing funny when it comes to the money. Beat your ass to a coma and put hot ones in your tummy. It's ugly when the sky's muggy, rain all day. Today ain't a good day, pass the AK. Cause looking in the mirror, you see jackers on sight. And they quick to catch you slipping in the dark and red lights. I got trust issues, keep the 9 ready. Better to be caught with than without when it gets heavy. Been jumped by some suckers, kicked in the head steady. Got no help from the homie, that kind of shit sketch. I keep a small circle and stay low key. I wake and bake every morning and stay sucker free. It might take a while for Ren to fuck with you, but don't blame me, blame my trust issues. I can't trust it, but fuck it, I gotta get the ducats. I can't trust it, but fuck it, I gotta get the ducats. I can't trust it, but fuck it, I gotta get the ducats. And if shit goes down, then we gon' have to bust it. I can't trust it, but fuck it, I gotta get the ducats. I can't trust it, but fuck it, I gotta get the ducats. I can't trust it, but fuck it, I gotta get the ducats. And if shit go down, then we gon' have to bust it. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. I'm too laced up cause the game is thick. Done seen too many simp suckers fall in love with a frequent mile bitch and don't wear gloves. What the fuck wrong with you? You crossed the game. Pimp C probably rolling over in his fucking grave. I can't fuck with you, but I can wish some good luck to you. I ain't the one to ever get sunned by a bitch, a low down, dirty, rotten stank hoe. Only off of bankrolls. Saber hoes can't say no, it's shameless. But that's what they do when they gameless. Catering to a bitch, money out the anus. Don't trust them, just smack it and flip it and fuck them. Ever since I heard Snoop say don't love them, I put the Mac down, keep the P.I. hands down. On the lookout for the gold diggers, heavy on the rounds. I can't trust it, this bitch trying to get my ducats. I can't trust it, this bitch trying to get my ducats. I can't trust it, this bitch trying to get my ducats. But when she goes down, all I'm gonna do is bust it. I can't trust it, this bitch trying to get my ducats. I can't trust it, this bitch trying to get my ducats. I can't trust it, this bitch trying to get my ducats. But when she goes down, all I'm gonna do is bust it. I can't trust it. Punk rock, biatch, 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 biatch. I can't trust it. I can't trust it. I can't trust it. And if shit goes down, then we gon' have to bust it. I can't trust it.
Yeah. Trust issues, man.
I ain't seen that in a minute. I just sent you the link. I watched the whole thing right now. I'm like, ooh, that shit was pretty nice.
That's what I was saying. Who filmed that for you, dog? That's a really good filmography. Did a great storyline. Everything was real proper on that.
Man, that's my boy Fred Lee. Rest in peace, man. He passed away not too long after that video.
Oh man, rest
But
in peace.
hey, he did do his thing on that shit. He was up and comer too. That's my boy. He's from the east side, from where I'm from.
Man, you put that motherfucker on with that one because that's a hit right there, man. Trust issues, we all got them, especially when you're growing up in the streets. You can't trust nobody. You know what I mean? That's a real dope ass song. A lot of knowledge, a lot of game in that one right there.
Yes, sir. There's shit. That's another piece of the puzzle. I got a game too. Shit. They say what you do for occupation. Serving games, my occupation. That's along with the horrorcore, street raps, shit. Serving game. Throw that in there. Cause I do that.
And that's another thing I want to speak on. A lot of people don't realize a lot of people in the industry, not only West Coast but all around the world, gets their knowledge from Northern California. You know what I mean? A lot of lingo, a lot of style, a lot of different. You know what I mean? Shit. My whole shit came from the Bay Area. I would say my whole style, dog. Everything. That's who I was raised off of was E40s and two shit.
I do this all day.
Those popping collars. You know what I mean?
What was I gonna say? Shit. I even shout out to 40, but shit, everybody in all the hoods out there, we all had slang already anyways. 40 uses a lot of slang that was already slang and he just twisted a lot of it. But he has his own too. But it's just like people getting drunk, we call that slushed. or slur, you know what I mean? I like the word smack plate. I put two words together that's just slang that's already out there and just oh shit. Now everyone's like it's just something catchy. It's all marketing. The Bay Area is pretty good at the independent game, and that's all marketing too. Because if you watch Mac Dre, you see how he marketed himself. He had everybody with the
Nah, man. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. That's one of my favorite artists actually to ever exist. I'm heavy on. I probably know his shit, his lyrics back to back. Fuck, dog. You know what I mean? That whole hyphy movement. I see you've worked with Keek the Sneak. You've worked with Turf Talk. You know what I mean? Those are also legends in the game. How'd you come across working with Turf Talk and all that?
man. Turf is just a homie. That's my homie anyway. I met Turf probably like a little bit after his first two joints, his first album or whatever. But I met him at the Honda Center in LA, backstage with E40 and them, because my boy Clever, I was rolling with him, still roll with him. But we was rolling deep back then, and shit. After that, me and Turf became like good friends, just like the rest of them. He comes to Vegas, shit. I'm chilling with him. It's just the homie. So Turf is raw, man. Shit, that's all I could say. Turf got that. He got that driven shit. It shit is just straight forward at you with elbows.
I always thought Turf Talk was like the motherfucker to get the party started. You know what I mean? He's got that voice. He's like the fucking mascot of the show and shit. Dog, he should be an announcer for a ball game or something.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? The Dodger Stadium or fucking somewhere. Gee, that motherfucker's got that voice. Yeah, man. Any shout outs you want to give to anybody that you've been working with recently or in the past? Anybody that you want to that passed away? Anybody, dog, that you want to give a shout out to?
shit. There's so many people. We'd be here all day. I'm just gonna shout out the world. Shout out everybody we ever worked with in the game. Shit, we still going. Shit, I ain't done yet. Shit, shout outs will be when I retire, and that's probably never. Cause even when I'm turning 50, 60 years old, I'm making beats, or I'm in the industry somehow. I do lightweight management for artists, and people don't even know that shit. I be hooking people up with verses and connecting them with people left and right. I can't say too much, but I'm probably gonna end up managing cats, and I ain't managing just regular motherfuckers. There's gonna be some big time cats, cause I feel like I've earned that spot to even approach a big motherfucker in the game and be like, I can help. You know what I mean? Cause I see mistakes people make, and I'm like, shit. It's just a bigger level. That's all it is. And you have someone with a bigger name, it's easier to manage. You know,
Shit, I could tell you that, right? I just got the Bishop Don Magic 1 million views on TikTok. You know what I mean? Like I told him, I said, man, I did what Vlad can do for you, dog. You know what I mean? Keep me in the mix, G. And I tell everyone, dog. You know what I mean? That's why I salute you, dog. Because not only as an artist, you are a fucking hustler. You keep serving your products. You stay busy. Like I said, you're connected with your fans. You know, I see that shit, dog. I'm a busy man. That's what I do, dog. Like I stay in the middle. You said it's like wiggling, dog. That is a wiggle, dog. You gotta wiggle like a fucking sperm cell. You know what I mean? Through it. You know what I mean? Like you gotta get in the game.
Man, I say happy birthday to each fan every day. I see it on Facebook where it says whose birthday it is today. I go right on up in there and they remember that shit. They appreciate it. And I mean it when I say happy birthday. You're a fan, shit. You're not here. You're not here just because. And if you are, then you got a happy birthday anyway. Shit. I'm
No,
just
man,
trying.
that keeps my generation of people like me coming up in the game strong-willed, dog, and like humble. And you know what I mean? Like I ain't bigger than you, dog. Like how in the fuck am I gonna treat someone worse than you? You know what I mean? You've been in the game for so long and you're around these legends, dog, like nothing. So you know, it keeps me walking a certain step in the game, and I appreciate that for real.
Shit, we the same, man. Shit, left, right, up, down, and shit. I don't look at it like I get around all these other. When I do get around certain artists and they act like they big and shit, that's when it's a turnoff for me. Because
Mm,
everybody's a human. Shit, I don't give a fuck. I've been around millionaires, and I know how some millionaires are sad. I know how some millionaires ain't. I probably live a better life than them, and that's just how it is. You see people killing themselves. They got money and shit. You don't understand it, but
real
we
talk.
is money ain't shit. So a status ain't shit. What kind of person are you? That's how that's what I'm about. If you a cool motherfucker, I would be a cool motherfucker. Look at Lynch. Lynch is my homie. I never tripped off of like, oh, me and Lynch are playing. It's Brother Lynch. That's my boy. It's not even like that. He's a regular dude, and we laugh and crack jokes just like my other homies, and that's just how my relationships are with cats. We cool and we cool. Shit, we homies. I don't give a fuck where you at, private jet. You know what I mean? Shit. Oh, it's materialistic shit to me, man. Shit. I've been around a few Bentleys and Rolls Royces after we look at it. Okay, well, let's go play Madden or let's go drink. You know what I mean? It's just my motherfucker take me to A and B the same way. We should just we just flossing.
Man, you heard that. You got a real one on the line. So if anyone wants to tap in with the Doja store, get some merch, it'll be signed and shipped out from the man himself. He stays in touch with his fans. He's got some of the best music I've heard. He stays active for the West Coast. He's out in Las Vegas. He's a local, you know, the West Coast state, you know, that Vegas is West Coast. You know what I mean? That is the West Coast. We got the Corrupt out there right now. We got Spice One out there. We got the Chill. Damn well everyone from LA is in Vegas right now, dog. So if anyone's out there in Vegas, tap in with Render HeatMonsta. He'll make sure you're connected right. And if not, he'll make sure you get some autographed merch signed up. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's all about, is supporting the homie.
That's the next network. See, all them cats you just said. I'm in the city. They gotta know me.
You
Just like
got to.
I did it with the Bay. So you know what I mean. Now that's I did it. They all know me over there. It's time to okay, let this cat that did it out there independently. When I was independent when cats was tripping off the Bay doing independent shit. I was independent along with the Bay. We're like cousins to the Bay. I'm in Central Valley. They call Stockton the Bay sometimes, but we're cousins to the Bay. We're right there. I mean, it's just a hop and a skip to get over there, shit. And we do the same shit.
That's what I mean. When I'm up there in Visalia, I feel like I'm with the Bay Area cats, man. I be out here, motherfuckers, but I be around Southsiders and shit, bumping Woody and shit. They be like, "What the fuck you playing, dog?" I'm like, man, you know what I mean? This is what I don't, you know, I support dope ass rap. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck where they're from, North Side, South Side. I show love, dog. If you're a good, talented artist, I show love for everyone, dog. You know what I mean? That's how I've always been. I come from an Indian reservation, dog. You know what I mean? Like, they won't let me go Hollywood like Church, like Bishop's. Bishop's half street, half Hollywood, dog. You get both of them with him, you know. So he likes to be around people like us and shit to keep it all the way 100%.
Oh yeah, I like his spirituality. I know he a spiritual dude. You can tell. He the same like me, but he's still himself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's why I like to stay around OGs like you and him. So I appreciate you, my dog, for giving me your time tonight. We're going to link up when I come out to Vegas. I'll buy you a meal. I'm going to go on your website, get some merch. You know what I mean? I'm going to support you. So when I'm out in Vegas, I'll probably be like, I already have something on. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. And bring one of those West Coast Active shirts out this way, man. I got you back. It's all great.
I got you. Most definitely.
3 times X, man. That's my extra large. 3 times.
All right, my dog. Much love. This is Render HeatMonsta, Stockton, California. Stand up, represent. WestCoastWeActive.com. Much love, and we outro.
Peace.
Yeah.